स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हैं या फिटनेस एंथुजियास्ट हैं जो बहुत ध्यान रखते हैं अपने खाने का, अपने पीने का, अपने सोने का, अपने रूटीन का, दे आर रेगुलर जिमर्स, उनको भी यंग एज में ऐसा हो रहा है, तो ये तो सर कहीं
Absolutely.
समझ में नहीं आता मतलब।
Physical fitness is one thing, but that's not the whole story. What we usually see is that people who are more into fitness, who are
Yeah.
more into exercising and gymming, they usually end up taking more of unregulated supplements. The
Hmm.
problem with these unregulated supplements is, especially those which are marketed as pre workout boosters and those which are marketed as fat burners, they have a lot of stimulants. These stimulants in the long run, they increase the heart rate, they increase the blood pressure, which ultimately leads to damage to the arteries of the heart. So
Hmm.
these damage, which slowly goes on developing, leads to
Hmm.
formation of plaque in the arteries and leads to heart attacks. This is number one. Second is extreme exercises, high intensity workouts, which are not regulated, which are not supervised by a trained professional, and which have been done without preconditioning the body. Like, for
Hmm.
example, a person who has been working out for many years may have the ability to perform a certain sets of exercises, but another person who has not been trained in that for many years, if that person starts exercising in the same amount at the initial stages itself, the heart may not be able to cope up with that excessive stress. So this
Hmm.
excessive stress also leads to heart attacks. Thirdly, what I feel is not being able to regulate diet along with that. So for example, a lot of people you will see in the form of being fit, they are taking keto diets, they are taking very low carb diets, and which are not being supervised by a trained dietitian. What happens is with these low carb diets, the essential nutrients which the heart and your body needs may not necessarily reach the body and the heart. So that also leads to decreased functioning of the heart and ultimately lead to damage to the heart. So these are the main reasons that even though you may look physically fit, but deep inside you're not. Physical fitness is one thing, but it's not the complete story. It's not the entire cardiac health of the person.
दिख रहा है कि you have a good lean body, you have a good
Yeah,
muscle mass,
yeah,
but internally your organs like your heart, your liver may not
exactly,
be able to cope
exactly.
up to the stress of amount of exercise you're giving your body.
Exactly. And instead, it's more of that the people who may look physically fit,
Yeah,
they may be consuming substances to keep it that way, and which
yeah,
may actually
yeah.
harm the body.
A lot of people do steroid cycles
Exactly.
to gain instant results.
Steroids are the cortisol enzyme which we talked about previously is nothing but the stress hormone. It's a steroid hormone which our body naturally produces. So if
Yeah,
you're taking steroids from outside, steroids are stress hormones. So they're
yeah.
increasing stress inside the body. They are making the heart work more and more, which the heart is not naturally intended to. So that
Hmm.
causes damage to the heart ultimately.
Flight and fright mode में चला जाता
Yes, 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 yes.
है. Got it.
A flight and fight mode is a natural response of your body to stress, but that is to a temporary stress. The heart can have the flight and fight response for some time, but it needs to come back to its natural form later on. But if you keep taking steroids all the way long, 24 hours your heart has to work on the flight and fight response, and the heart cannot do that. So that is
Got
the
it.
reason.